How's it going, everyone? We do have some early Black Friday deals going live over at Best Buy. I had imagined that today was going to be the day where some of the early physical deals were going to go live. At the very latest, we should find out the entirety of the Black Friday deals by Sunday next Sunday. I think it should be much earlier than that, generally speaking. Like, they do drop it a little bit earlier, and as I've mentioned, the physical deals are going to be where you get the best value. Now, these early deals, I wouldn't say all of them are blow away by any stretch of the imagination, but they are early deals. They're not gonna put the spiciest stuff on sale right off the rip, and even with this being the early lineup of deals, I do think there's some good stuff and some standout stuff. On top of that, this is only Best Buy. We'll get a bigger picture as far as what the best deals are going to be once every retailer drops their entire catalog. I see some people looking at the early Walmart Plus lineup and being like, Black Friday this year is crap. Then I see people looking at the Xbox sale and people being like, oh, this year's crap. The Xbox, like, the digital deals were never going to be top level, as we talked about it in yesterday's video. That's just, like, you can't expect that. The digital game deals have never been that great during Black Friday. It is the physical deals, and let's talk about some of them that have gone live. Right off the top, we have Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Now, this is a game Ubisoft sent to me and I didn't love. However, it's down to $20. That's a pretty spicy deal in terms of value and when this game came out. Now, do I think this game is blow away? No, but if this is the level of deal that we see, you know, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora down to $19.99, that's a pretty good sign as far as how deeply discounted the games are going to be. Now, to be fair, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is also a Ubisoft-published game. Ubisoft is notorious for putting their games deeply discounted fairly quickly, and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora did come out almost a year ago at this point, but it released at $70, and right now it's down to $19.99, so I do think that's pretty good. And if you are a fan of the Ubisoft style of open world games, I do think people are going to enjoy Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. The element of this game that really stood out to me, outside of the visuals are great, is the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was absolutely awesome in terms of this very, very visually pleasing open world and a little bit serene of an open world. I thought the soundtrack complemented it really well. I'm not a big Avatar guy. Like, I like me Avatar: The Last Airbender, but as far as this line of Avatar, not really my cup of tea, and I just never thought this license was really going to pop off in a video game, and it really didn't. But for $19.99, I don't know that many people that are a big Avatar fan, but if you are a fan, you're probably going to enjoy this game a lot more than me. And yeah, for this price point, I don't think it's bad whatsoever. I think this is actually the perfect price to pay for a game like this, and definitely one that I would actually recommend. They also, Ubisoft does, and I am just mentioning this because I think it's funny, Skull and Bones is down to $14.99. Yes, it is down to $15, you guys. This game came out back in February of this year. I'm sorry. It came out, by the way, at $70. If you don't find this comical, I don't know what will be funny. It is just wild how quickly this game hit the bargain bin. It did come out at a bad time, like it was competing with a billion other games coming out around that same time, but yeah, this is one of those Ubisoft, let's chuck 80 billion live service games at the wall and see which one sticks. $70 live service game, $130 Gold Edition, all the typical gimmicks that you associate with Ubisoft was apparent in Skull and Bones. This was a game that was also delayed to infinity and beyond, and yeah, this game was a colossal failure, but as we've talked about in the live service game, you go into this business knowing that you're gonna drop a lot of colossal failures like this, and Skull and Bones is just one that is going to be labeled in the colossal failure section, at least from what I ascertain. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered starring Lara Croft. Now, this already came out at a budget $29.99 price point. It being down to $19.99, I think that's a pretty good deal for a game that came out back in April of this year. They are doing Tomb Raider 4 through 6 anniversary collections. We talked about that recently. But yeah, $20 for that. Decent price. Would I like to see it at $14.99? Obviously, I want to see games cheaper than what they are, but not a bad price, all things considered. The Last Faith is $19.99. Lies of P, $40 on this. Lies of P is a game that's just been holding up in price, and I know it was received really well. Some people even went as far as to say it was their game of the year last year. You know, I'm not a big Souls-like guy, but I did dig Lies of P from an aesthetic and presentation standpoint, and my friends that are super into Souls-like, this is like their favorite outside of the From Software games. It seems like Lies of P is the one that I constantly hear my hardcore Souls-like friends be like, yo, this game is awesome. And yeah, it'll probably get a sequel, again, DLC, all that good stuff. And $39.99, I just think it's too pricey. Can we get this down to $30 at least? I get it that sometimes a game like this, and I think Black Myth is gonna hit that same area where it just holds up in price for a long time, but $30 I feel like would have been a nice price, but it is what it is. Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy down to 30 bucks. I mean, it's GTA the Trilogy. It recently got an update to add the classic visuals and seems to be in the new cycle. Now, this digitally is down to $24, or will be down to $24 if the Xbox store is anything to go by. So, yeah, this is one that you potentially could get cheaper digitally, and this is one that I would also wait and see. I could easily see like a Walmart or something have this down to $19.99 and be like one of the deals that really stands out to people, but yeah, that is 30 bucks. Lords of the Fallen, $30. This is another one where I feel like it should be down to 20. You know, Lords of the Fallen was one of these games that another Souls-like came out to a more mixed reception than Lies of P, certainly. That's why I think $20 would be more in line with what people would pay. But this is the issue you have when games that initially came out at $70, $30 becomes the new $20. I think if we were living in a world where $60 games were still the standard, this would be down to $20, $25. But now that $70 games are the standard, this is one that's holding up a little bit more. Sea of Stars is $24.99. Again, another one that is a lower key release, but would like to see it a little bit cheaper. But it already came out at a budget price point of $35, so how much cheaper do you want it to go? But would be nice at like $14.99. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, first deep discount on this game. It's down to 30 bucks. I really wanted to like this game, and there's a lot of elements I did like about this game. However, while this is a throwback JRPG and it's supposed to be a love letter to fans of Suikoden, at the same time, even a game being a love letter, that doesn't mean it has to be incredibly dated in all regards, and this game was so dated in so many areas. I think if they do a follow-up title to this, which I believe they are, as long as they add some quality of life elements, this could be a really, really good game. I wasn't blown away by the narrative either, but I thought it was fine, and I thought the combat-wise, it was pretty good. It was just a lot of dated mechanics in this game that I think if they iron that out, it'll end up being a pretty solid game. The Crew Motorfest also down to $24.99, another one that's seeing a new low, so that's a pretty good deal, definitely. The Ubisoft games seems to be the ones that they are deeply discounting right now. I don't think that's going to be the only games, but as far as the early offers go, Ubisoft really, the ones that stand out to me with Skull and Bones at 15, Avatar at 20, and now Crew Motorfest at 25. All of those, I get it. We all hate Ubisoft, or let's not say we all hate Ubisoft. We all have our opinions on Ubisoft. But from a value standpoint, that is strictly what we are assessing. Given what these price points were for these games before, what they are now, I would say all of these are fairly good deals because they are all new low prices for the games. That's what you have to understand about this, and that'll hopefully give you an idea of some solid deals to expect when Black Friday completely rolls out. Red Dead Redemption is down to $36. That's not that great, but hopefully it's $29.99 somewhere. And then, yeah, that's about it as far as the deals that stood out to me. There's some other stuff as well, but as far as the early deals go, I'm happy to see the Ubisoft games get discounted this deeply because that's a good omen for things to come as far as all of the other deals. So hopefully we get the full ad soon, but there are some early deals for you guys. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. And as far as plus offers and digital deals, we'll go over that as that becomes apparent. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.